Recorded Books and One-Click Digital present Hood Misfits Volume 3, Carl Weber Presents by Brick and Storm. Narrated by Murray Brahan, Mercedes Gold, Ross Stills, and Jules Williamson.
Intro. Enzo. Prelude. I heard somewhere that you can't blame a nigga for growing up the way he did. If his environment was foul and he didn't have the right support around him, then what did you think he was going to be? Foul. That was just the nature of things, and my world wasn't so different. In the jungle called Atlanta, I was the newest commodity for the Atlanta Nightwings, the NFL's #1 champs 2 times running, and I plan to make it 3. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Sean Banks, but the public and people in my past knew me as someone else. Before I got into this world, an environment that I was still learning my place in, learning what I could do and not do, I was just plain old Enzo, a 20-year-old hoodlum in the streets. Because I had been sponsored by Damian Orlando, a well-known street king who ran the streets of Atlanta with an iron fist, to be in the Nightwings football camp for kids, I had a debt. The camp was a program designed to showcase kids with potential to be the next big thing for prospective colleges and later, the NFL. Damian had been the kind of street lord who found a way to make a profit off of any and everything, and most of us kids in the camp knew we had a better chance at getting scouted by colleges if Dame had his name on us. I found myself caught up in the hype and promise of a better life, if only I'd do his bidding. Shit. As a kid coming from the worst the hoods had to offer in Chicago, better known as Chirac these days, Dame's offer seemed like a way out. Dame had promised most of the world at our feet, and all we had to do was let him sponsor us. At least, that was the lie he'd told. I had to be a goon for one of the Trap's well-known street demons, a nigga who many called the son of Satan himself. The deal was, I move weight and be a killer for him, and he would ensure my spot in college and the NFL. That nigga had pull like that. Dame could be the illest of thugs one minute and the shrewdest of businessmen the next. The moment I was set up into his world, my life changed. Actually, even before that, the day I moved from the south side of Chicago, Illinois, Englewood to be exact, everything changed. See, all my life I've had to take care of myself and my little brother. Fuck that. I also had to take care of my mom when she started losing herself to drugs. As far as I remembered, she was a good woman, but she always had her dark moments where she'd lock herself in her room and leave us to take care of ourselves. It only got worse the older we got. When I was around 12 years old, I was doing my usual thing, had taken the Green Line L all the way to its last stop of Ashland and Halstead, so I could head home and walk my block, what I called the Wood, and others called Inglewood. Trucking over broken glass, cutting through dope boy zones and where some drugged-up homeless like to get high near empty lots and abandoned churches and buildings, I learned how to be a fast little dude, making sure I hit up the corner store to pick up some snacks for my 4-year-old baby brother Drew and me. I also grabbed some extra stuff so we could clean the house. That day I was stopped on the street by Drew's babysitter, an older woman who had grown up in Mississippi but moved up north long ago, Missy Charlene, as she sat on her porch watching Drew. I had thought our mom was going to pick him up after work and after getting her hair done, but there he sat, playing with his toys and some other little kids. Just like all the times when Mama had dropped Drew off, I always stopped by Missy Charlene's on my way home just to be sure Drew had been picked up. Heading up to the porch, I could tell by Missy Charlene's face as she chewed on her tobacco and spit it on the ground that something wasn't good. She had rollers in her hair with a bathrobe on that looked more like a muumuu. "Yo mama ain't been by here to get this boy. Figured something must be wrong. No matter her habits, she always picks up the boy when she says," Missy Charlene said. "How long you been here?" "Since about 10 this morning. Something not right." I nodded. It wasn't a secret that Mama had a habit back then. Sometimes she could hide it well, other times she couldn't. But I still knew Missy Charlene was right. Mama could be as high as a kite and still remember to get Drew. Packing up my baby brother, I slung my back.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.